I'm Dr. Mike Milligan. I have a real treat for you now. Dr. Mike Barr from Palm Beach County, Florida. Mike, thanks so much for being with us.
Glad to be here. Thanks for coming.
Well, thank you. So we're here at the 6 Month Smiles Ortho course. I told you back when I met Ryan that I was going to take this. So here we are. Mike's the instructor. Mike, why don't you tell us a little bit about how you got started with 6 Month Smiles, and then what your implementation into the practice and how it's gone for you.
Okay. I, like most dentists, didn't think I would ever do braces or orthodontics in my general practice. Didn't get much instruction on that, if any at all, in dental school, and except how to fill out a referral slip. And Ryan spent about a year and a half pounding on me to get to take his course.
Okay.
And I finally saw the light. So one day it just it dawned on me. I have a cosmetic practice, a very cosmetically focused practice.
Right.
And this was an option that I never had before. I would have patients who either would have veneers, or their choice was veneers or go see the orthodontist. In some cases, veneers really were not the best option.
Right.
However, when I would mention orthodontist, usually I wouldn't get through the second syllable before they started shaking their head.
Yeah.
And so they would end up in cosmetic limbo. I didn't have an option for them other than those two things, and I felt really trapped.
They didn't want the length of treatment, and they have ideas of metal braces.
Right.
And
yeah, they're basically everybody's preconceived notion of braces is 2 years. Automatically, it's at least 2 years, and it's metal, and they don't want that. So now I have an option. What if we could straighten your teeth in the time it takes between your cleaning appointments? And the braces are almost invisible. They're tooth-colored braces, and they're nearly invisible.
Fantastic. And so, so you got started with this about 3 years ago.
Right.
Okay. And that's really about when they started marketing 6 Month Smiles, wasn't it?
Yes.
You were one of the early pioneers. And so, so how's it going? I mean, do you like doing 6 Month Smiles?
Yeah, you could say I like doing it.
I knew the answer.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's, don't ask a question you don't know the answer to already. So you'd make a good lawyer. Yeah, it's been great. Again, it's been very liberating to have an option that I didn't have before. And so I don't have patients in cosmetic limbo anymore. It's also, compared to veneers, significantly less costly for the patient. Right. It's more conservative, less invasive. It's got so many positives and really no negatives. And so it was a perfect fit for my cosmetic practice.
And you can actually treat most of these cases within the framework of 6 Month Smiles within 4 to 9 months.
Correct.
Because we're not correcting certain things, three things that you try to correct with comprehensive orthodontics.
Right.
What are those 3 things again?
Well, I should ask you, since you're taking the class,
Okay,
to see if you're paying attention.
It's the angle classification.
Right.
It's the torque, buccolingual torque of the
roots.
The roots, and then also major midline discrepancies. Those
there
are
you
the 3
go.
things.
See, he was paying attention.
So we've gone through day 1 of the course here. Mike's actually the instructor. He's enjoyed this so much in his practice. I spoke with his staff, a couple of his staff members here. They said, we'd just love to do nothing but this. Mike still wants to do some comprehensive full mouth cases, but they love doing this in their practice.
Yeah, everybody loves it. It's really the easiest thing in the world that I do in my practice. By far the easiest procedure I do in my practice, besides logging on to Dentaltown and things like that. But it's also a break for my staff. You know, doing a quadrant of composites is hard work. It's intense. Doing a molar root canal is hard work. It's intense. So by comparison, this is like getting a break in the day. We see an orthodontic patient on the schedule. That's like getting a break. It's not work at all. Patient's happy to be there. There's no shots. There's no drilling. It's a very benign procedure for the patient, and for us, it's very easy.
Absolutely, and I can see that, although I haven't done it yet. I've read the book, a 94-page book that they have that just explains everything. And then day 1 of the 2-day lecture here, everything just makes so much sense. It's very straightforward, very simple. I know what's coming in day 2 because I read the book.
All right.
And no problem at all. Very simple to do.
It's pretty much what I like about 6 Month Smiles is it's a system.
Yeah.
Soup to nuts, top to bottom. 6 Month Smiles provides everything you need, nothing you don't need.
Great support from the
It's
company.
great support, and it's one-stop shopping, and it's really a system, a turnkey system, and we dentists like we like systems. We like package deals. And so it really just systematizes the whole process, and it's really kind of a forehead smacker. Once you learn it, you can't believe how easy it is.
Yeah. What would you tell someone who's on the fence about this? You know, well, I don't know if I want to do this or not. What would you say to them to get them off the fence there?
Well, look at your patients. How many of your patients have crowded teeth that you see every day in your hygiene room? How many of them would like to straighten their lower crowded teeth that always pick up stain, for example? That's where they get all their tartar buildup. A lot of patients want this. The market for this exists, and it's big. It's really a no-brainer, and I was one of those that resisted it, and I can't say exactly what triggered my epiphany. Maybe it was just Ryan's relentless attacks on me, but I'm so glad that I took it. Once the light bulb went on, I couldn't wait to take his course. Back then, he was giving it in the attic of his office where he could accommodate 6 people. Yeah. Only 6 people. There was room for 6 people. Yeah. I was number 7. Yeah. And I insisted that he cram me in there. And as I took the course, I smacked myself in the forehead going, I can't believe I've been putting this off, because it's easy and it's the perfect thing for my practice. It's also, we're in a recession. You know, a lot of guys I talk to, a lot of dentists I talk to are down 20, 30, even 40%. Right. Expanding your services is an excellent way to hedge against lower production due to a recession. Sure. And compared to other types of services, like whether it's CAD/CAM or laser gum treatments or placing implants, all those are great, but they require a pretty significant capital investment. Right. 6 Month Smiles is a very minimal investment, and the return is almost instantaneously, or almost instantaneous. Within a couple of cases, you're already even, and the rest is gravy.
Right. And we feel ready. I've got 2 assistants here. We already feel ready to get started Monday.
Right, after just one day, and we've got more tomorrow.
Right,
yeah.
Right. So how do we get in touch with 6 Month Smiles? What's the website?
6monthsmiles.com.
And that's with a 6, right?
With a number 6, but also if you write it out, we have that will also take you to the same site. Yes, okay. We now have both spellings of it. So 6monthsmiles.com, however you want to spell it.
Okay. Is there any last thing you'd like to say before we close?
I just join the party. It's a lot of fun. It's a very positive service. It's easy. Your staff will love it. It generates its own momentum. It sells itself. You don't have to sell this. It sells itself.
Fantastic. Mike, thanks so much for being with us.
All right, great. Thanks a lot.
Okay.
I'll see you tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay.